Hi, and welcome to the Affiliate Blogging Secrets video series. Now, before I actually dive in and talk about the video series itself, I want to talk about what this video series is not about. This is not about just creating a blog, putting a bunch of affiliate links on it, and promoting it. That doesn't really add value to the market. What I'm trying to do here in this video series is teach you how to create a quality blog with good content on it so that you can help people. Because if you help people, in turn, they will help you get what you want. So if you help them, in this case, they will help you, help you make money. So that's what this video series is all about. How do you add value to a specific niche market? And as I'm going through this, you can begin to think to yourself maybe what kind of blogs you want to create. Or maybe you already have a blog and you want to add some affiliate links and you want to work on building your list and things like that. And that's what we're going to talk about. Not just selling stuff on your site, but how to, create a quality blog, put affiliate links up. We're going to work with ClickBank. We're going to work with CPA offers. We're going to work with building your list, which is very important at the same time. So it's a very well-rounded type of blog that will in turn help you build your overall business. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on. And the first thing I want to talk about are the videos individually so that you can know what to expect. And I'm a big believer in showing you all the pieces of the puzzle so that you know how it works, or you kind of know how it works before you actually get into it, what kind of tools you're going to need and what you can expect, so that when we actually dive into the meat of the video series, then you will know what to expect and it will make it a lot easier for you to put the system together. So the first video, of course, of this video is the introduction, so I'm not going to focus a lot on that. Video 2, however, is about blog building. Before you actually build your blog, you're going to need to research. You're going to need to choose the topic of your blog. You're going to need to know what to blog about. Now, in that specific video, it's going to be split up in two parts. The first part of the video, I'll give you a brief overview and what to expect, what things to brainstorm about, what you can do to find that topic. And then the second part of that video, I will talk about specific tools that you can use, free tools, by the way, that you can use, to figure out those topics. Then in video 3, I'm going to talk about setting up your first affiliate WordPress site. Now, you notice that I say WordPress. I'm not using any other blogging platform but WordPress in this video series. So with WordPress, it is self-hosted solution, so you do need web hosting, you do need a domain name and things like that. So I will talk about that in that particular video. And I will talk about how to install WordPress, how to make it more professional, which is video 3, turning your WordPress blog into a more professional looking blog, because a lot of blogs tend to look not as professional. And believe it or not, or as you know, many people do judge a book by its cover, unfortunately. But because that's the case, I'm going to show you how to find free WordPress themes that look fabulous. You don't have to dish out any money. You can if you want to customize a little further, but for the most part, I am going to stick with the free avenue because I'm sure you've already paid for this video product. So I'm going to try and do my best to use free tools, so you don't have to invest any more money. But you do need to keep in mind that you got to get a domain name. The domain names don't cost but $9 or $10 at the most. And web hosting can run in a little bit about $20, $30 per year per site. Then in video 5, I'm going to talk about finding profitable ClickBank affiliate products. As you know, ClickBank sells digital products. Digital products like ebooks, software, videos, things that you can download immediately and watch and use or read. And the reason why I'm going to focus on ClickBank is because, at least for me, I've done a lot of success with ClickBank so I know how to use it and I know how to maneuver my way around it so I can show you what you can look for with ClickBank. Then in video 6, we're going to talk about CPA offers. Besides ClickBank and other types of affiliate offers, we can focus on CPA offers. If you don't know what CPA is, it's cost per acquisition, or sometimes people call it as cost per action. You're basically getting paid for getting somebody to do something. For example, a dating site. Let's say you have a blog dating site and you ask somebody, okay, I got a eHarmony CPA offer or another CPA offer. Match.com, Christian Mingle, something like that. You take that, you put up a page, let's say in the CPA offer, you have an email follow-up series. Somebody sign up on your list, you send them an email saying, hey, check this site out. The first thing you need to do is sign up, blah, blah, blah at this site. They fill out their information. Guess what? You get paid per action. They fill out a zip code, they fill out their email address, things like that. You get paid. Now, keep in mind that I want you to be honest and I want you to be unbiased. So pick and choose your CPA offers that really help people. Really, really, really help people and add value to the market, because that's the goal of running a business. I know running a business is good because you have money, you make money. But in the long term, if you want your business to succeed, you got to help on focusing on helping people. Helping people find solutions to their problems. In turn, they will help you make money. So if you get in that mindset, then you can really do well in this business. Video 7 will talk about creating follow-up series to capture leads. Like I talked about earlier with your blog, what you want to do is create posts, valuable posts to your blog. But you also want to recommend some sort of free item that you're giving away, such as a free report, free video, and then in addition to that, you basically add them to your autoresponder. You add them to your autoresponder, you send them follow-up emails. Basically, they're going to receive emails on an ongoing basis. So I'm going to show you how to do just that. Video 8, we're going to talk about invaluable blog post creation secrets. How to create your blog posts. Things to watch out for and things not to do and things like that to make sure that your blog posts are indeed interesting and do add value to your blog. And of course, video 9 is going to be the free bait method. If you don't know what that is, it's a very, very interesting tactic to basically get paid customers onto your lists. And it's very, very interesting. I'm sure you will enjoy that very much. In video 10, it's about creating a viral infection with resale rights reports. I know viral and infection tend to give away bad vibes. I could have named that something else, but it is what it is. What that is, you create resale rights reports. You create a report, you create a video, something viral with good content, and then you allow people to resell that report. And in turn, you get a lot of traffic back to your blog. So these last two methods do require you to sit there, possibly make a new product, which isn't hard. I can show you how to do it. Create a 10-page report. As long as the content's good, it doesn't matter if it's 6 pages or 7 pages or even a 5-minute video. As long as the content's good, you can really turn that into use viral marketing to spread that around and get a lot of good traffic back to your site. Because remember, I'm trying to get you into that mindset. Good traffic tends to come from good content. If you give a good content, got a blog with good quality content, you will attract the right type of person. So with that said, you now know what to expect as far as the videos go. Now, what I want to do next is talk about what you are going to need in terms of tools. Now, keep in mind that if you don't understand everything that I talk about now, I will dive in further later in the videos themselves on how to use these specific tools. The first thing you're going to need is the internet, of course. That's a no-brainer because we're going to use a lot of free tools out there on the internet to do research, things like that. Then you're going to need your brain because you will need to think. Not a lot of thinking, just because if you watch over my shoulder, you can follow everything step by step, but you still need it to memorize and follow what I do. Then we're going to talk about WordPress. You need WordPress, which is free, by the way. You don't have to dish out any money. You do need to install it, but I will show you how to install that so you don't get left in the dark. You're going to need a domain name. You're going to need web hosting. And if you don't know what that is, let me give you an analogy. A domain name is basically you go to www. Let's say yahoo.com. That's the domain name. Web hosting is something that you don't see. It's basically a server that holds all the files. You see, if you don't upload any files to your web hosts, let's say yahoo.com, it's going to be blank. You don't see anything. But another analogy that I try to give people is this. A domain name and web hosting is similar to an address and a house. Okay? The domain name's like an address. You get street address. The street address points to a house. Okay? The house holds a bunch of furniture. If it's empty, somebody goes to a street address, there's no house there, then you don't see the house, right? Similar with a domain name. You go to the domain name and there's nothing in the web hosting server for that domain name, you're not going to see anything, much like you're not going to see a house. So that's what those two things are. If you know what that is, good for you. We can move on. You're also going to need an autoresponder to build your list. You can use Aweber, you can use GetResponse, you can use any other autoresponders. But if you do have another autoresponder, GetResponse, and you're used to that, that's fine. You can stick with that. But if you have not dived into the autoresponder arena, you have not dealt with an autoresponder before, then I would highly recommend that you use Aweber. You can go to aweber.com. It's not expensive. It allows you to build your list, which is important. And if you haven't done that already, you need to do that now. Then, of course, you're going to need some cash, depending on what you're going to do, whether it's more customization of the WordPress theme, or you're going to outsource some of the traffic methods that I'm going to show you later. Those things you might need cash. WordPress, the domain name and web hosting and autoresponder, you're going to need to invest a little money, but it's not going to be a lot of money. So with that said, let's go move on to video 2, which is all about basically research. What you can do to research the topic of your blog. And remember how I talked about 2 parts? They're going to be 2 parts. The first part is going to be about brainstorming and finding that topic. Once you understand the basics, part 2 of that video, I'm going to talk about how to use specific tools and how to use the internet to do research so that you can find that topic for your blog and know whether or not that blog topic is profitable or not, because you want to pick something that you enjoy, but you also want to pick something that you can make money from as well. So with that said, let's move on to the video 2.